Hey everyone, Angel here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. In today's video, we're going to be making a rosehip infused oils. I haven't made this before. This is my first time, but as I've mentioned in my last video, I found a bunch of herbs at my local Sprouts. I usually buy my herbs on Etsy, so I'm super glad that Sprouts came out with some herbs that they will have in their store. So one of those herbs that I picked up was the rosehips. So in this video, we will be making a rosehip infused oil. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned and let's just get into it. Okay, so like I mentioned before, we are going to be making rosehip infused oil. So this is the first time I'm going to be trying to do this, but I did pick up the rosehips from Sprouts because they ended up having a bunch of herbs there, and I saw those and I remembered the benefits of rosehips. So I bought them with the intentions of just making like a tea or something, but then I thought maybe I can make an oil, or let me see what else I can do with it. And so I ended up going on YouTube and I found a bunch of videos about how to make rosehip oil and how easy it was. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally doing that. This is what I'm going to be doing in this video. We're going to be making rosehip infused oil for your skin and your hair, and you know I'm always battling scalp issues, so I thought it would be great to make this oil. So rosehips are known for their anti-aging property that they have in them. It just has amazing benefits. I found these at Sprouts, obviously. I'm really glad that I picked up, this is all I got because that's all they had left. So I'm glad I did get what they did have because they haven't had it since. So I'm glad I was able to get it so I can try and make this DIY infused oil. I saw a bunch of videos on YouTube. It looked hecka easy, so I'm going to be trying to do this at home. You do have to use an oil. I saw a lot of people that use just almond oil, sweet almond oil. You can use, I think, olive oil, or you can use jojoba oil. I saw some people use, most of them used sweet almond oil. So I'll be using sweet almond oil this time to be making this infused oil, rosehip infused oil. So it looks like you need 1 part rosehips and 2 part oil, so it's going to be quite a bit of oil. I was hoping that the thrift store would be open so I can get one of those mini crock pots and just do a small batch, because this is my first time making it and I don't want to make a huge batch. I just want to make a smaller batch so I can try my scalp and my skin. And it looks like it's going to have to sit in the crock pot for quite some time, about 4 to 8 hours in either in the oven at the lowest heat or in a crock pot. So my crock pot is pretty big, and I hope that this is going to be good enough because I don't want to make a gigantic batch. So, and I hope this is going to be enough rosehips. And all right, so let's get to the kitchen and let's get this process going. So here we go, everyone. We're going to be making rosehip infused oil. Turn the crock pot on to low here. Get it going. I didn't buy very much rosehip oil, so I'm going to try and sparingly use it as I try this recipe. We're going to use a ½ cup of rosehips, and it's 1-to-2 ratio, 1 part rosehip, 2 part oil. So I only have so much, so I'm going to do ½ a cup, which is almost all of what I had, but I don't want to use all of my sweet almond oil already either. So I'm going to be using, there's the ½ a cup, which means a whole cup for the sweet almond oil. And the oil that I'm using is from Now. That's the brand. I love using their essential oils. They're really good. I'm never disappointed. This is 100% pure sweet almond oil. However, this one is not organic. The rosehips are organic from Sprouts. Okay. And the sink over there, so I can try not to spill everything this time, like I did in the last video. Alright, we're going to put that away. So now we're going to go ahead and add it to the crock pot. Literally, in all of the videos I watched, this is what they did. They put the rosehips in here with the sweet almond oil, and they just let it brew and sit for 4 to 8 hours. So that's what we're going to do. And then we'll check on it tonight and finish the process in the morning. These were from Sprouts. They were already crushed. And now we're just going to add our oil. Alright. Okay. And that was like the least amount of oil that I wanted to use because of the how wide the crock pot is. I know I just didn't want to like burn it and it'd be too shallow. And I didn't want to use all of my sweet almond oil that I had, because I use sweet almond oil a lot. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold, so. Alright. Now I'm just going to get a little spoon. I'm just going to use this little scooper spoon to just stir it around a little bit and get those rose hips nice and evenly flat to the bottom. I'm super excited to see how this comes out, because who doesn't want an anti-aging rose hip oil right at home? From what I hear, rose hip oil for your skin is quite expensive. So I'm glad that I was able to see how easy this was to make this, and I had the rose hips already. So I'm really excited to see how this comes out and see how my scalp and hair react to this oil along with my face, because my face is very oily and I don't really have acne issue unless I'm on my my monthly cycle. I usually break out just a little bit here and there, but other than that I don't really have acne, but my skin is super duper oily and I don't like to use a lot of like moisturizer, if not any, because my face is just so oily. So I am excited to see how my face and my scalp and hair respond to this mixture or this oil. Okay friends, so now we're just going to let it sit and marinate in the crock pot. I'm going to stir it occasionally just to keep an eye on it. This is my first time, so I'm going to be going back and forth until it's bedtime, and then we'll see how the oil comes out in the morning when we go and get it strained. So yes, I did put my hair up. I did not want it down and in my way during this process, and after this, it's going to be bedtime soon, so I just wanted to get it prepped and ready for bed, so that's why I put my hair up. And so that's it. We will see you guys in the morning for the rest of the process. Good night. Good morning everybody, it is the next day and it's time to strain. I put a rubber band at the bottom because my cheesecloth was falling through. So I did add a couple of capsules of vitamin E. I saw a lot of them did this in the videos. So I did add 5 capsules, gel capsules. Mixed it up really well. Okay, so this is how the oil looks. It's done. I strained it, put it into this little bowl, and now I'm going to apply a little bit to my hairline here without messing up my makeup, and part it through my scalp because I just want to give it a good nice scalp massage and scalp treatment before I go ahead and wash my hair tonight. And then I will apply it with my moisturizer on my face, and I'll show you guys how I do that tonight when I go to get ready for bed. So right now what I'm going to do is just use a little bit to put in my scalp, my hair up for the day, and then I'm going to go put this into an amber bottle to preserve it. So that's what I'll be doing right now. I'll be right back. So I'm just going to take a little dab, and I'm going to apply a little bit to the parts of my scalp from one side to another. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to my whole scalp, and we will be right back. Okay everyone, alright, so I ended up going back to Sprouts and just to see if they had some amber bottles to store these in. I had a couple friends that wanted some rosehip oil, so I was able to find some amber bottles, some dark glass bottles, dropper bottles to put this in, and I'm really glad they did because there's a few of my friends that wanted some of this oil. It was quite a big batch, so I decided to just send one to my mom in Arizona and make some for a few friends. So these dropper bottles were at Sprouts for $2.99 for the bigger one, and $1.99, only $1.99 for the small one. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill these up so that I can put this oil away because it's been sitting for too long. I don't want fuzz and stuff to get in it, so I'm going to attempt, because I don't have a funnel, to pour this in the amber bottles. Okay, that got real messy real quick, so I ended up pouring just the whole batch into this medicine bottle. I had a bottle and then just individually filled up the bottles. It was way easier and less messy. So I did want this to be in an amber bottle as well, but the one that I kept aside, which was another like a capsule, a pill bottle, but it was an amber, so I kept it and cleaned it, but it wasn't dry all the way. It still had water drops inside, so I wasn't able to use it right away. So I put it in the dishwasher so it would hopefully dry it faster. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep it in here until that one is ready and dry. So that is how my rosehip oil came out. It came out pretty good. I used it on my face this morning with my moisturizer. We'll see tomorrow if my face is super oily and breaks out or something. I hear really good things about rose hip, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow. So that was my first time making that oil. I hope you guys like this video and you guys try it yourself. I will be making more of this soon. I went to Sprouts to get those amber bottles and they had more rose hips, so I will be making more rose hip oil here soon. We'll see how long this batch lasts. I'm gonna send it to my mom and give some to a friend. And while I was there, they had some hibiscus, dried hibiscus, organic flowers. So I'm gonna make some hibiscus tea here in the future. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys give this recipe a try, let me know in the comments down below and tell me if you liked it. And don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on notifications for future videos just like this one, and check me out on Instagram. Well, thanks again for watching, you guys. This is Angel, and until we meet again, bye.